Greetings and namaskars to all. Today's program, coming in the format of a TV channel, is dedicated to our dear parents K. Srinivasan and Meenakshi Srinivasan. May their blessings be with us.
विनायक विघ्ननाशक विनायक विघ्ननाशक विनायक विघ्ननाशक मां तारय दयानिधे गजाननयुतं गणेश्वरम् गजाननयुतं गणेश्वरं भजामि सततं सुरेश्वरं श्रीगजाननयुतं गणेश्वरम् शिव गुरु गुहविधि पूजित आश्रित जन परिपालक गणादि सन्नुत पद पद्मकरम् गम गरि सनि धनि सरि गरि गम पम प गम गरि सनि धनि सरि गरि गम पम पदनि सारि गम गरि सानि द पम कुञ्जर पञ्चन चतुरतर करं गुरु गुहाग्रजं प्रणवाकारं गजाननयुतं गणेश्वरं भजामि सततं सुरेश्वरं श्रीगजाननयुतं गणेश्वरम्.
Reflections on our dear father, Karma Yogi K. Srinivasan.
Our Appa K. Srinivasan was the fifth child of Krishna Iyer and Paramal. He studied LLB in Pune and practiced law in Kadalur. Appa was the founding member of Saraswati Gana Sabha in Kadalur and maintained that connection throughout his life. He was involved in the establishment of a free medical clinic for poor, Hindu Mission Hospital.
Appa led a systematic and regimental life. He did his Gayatris 3 times a day without fail. He would wash his own plates and clothes and would not leave it to the maids. He supported RSS and conducted shakas in our terrace.
Every evening after dinner, all members will congregate in the open front yard and discuss politics and current affairs.
Appa was naive in the truest sense of the word. There is also a story when Paramapati wanted to get a loan for the family, she asked Appa to accompany her. Appa wore the finest silk cloths for this trip. Seeing how well the family was, the bank declined the loan. Appa would invite his RSS friends to have dinner with us and stay overnight. He will never ask Amma, is there food for the guest? His typical question will be, Vazha ilai irukka? It never occurred to him that the guest would not eat vazha ilai.
Appa is well known for his detached outlook of life. There once was a major theft in the house. The thief had taken silver plate, lamps and all of Amma's wedding silk sarees. The house was in total mess. Appa took his usual bath, dressed up in silk dhoti and angavastram and went out to attend the wedding of a neighbor's son as if nothing had happened. The financial loss didn't even make a tiny dent on his mood.
Reflections on our dear mother, Karunamayi Meenakshi.
Amma Meenakshi was the only child of her parents and she hailed from Madurai. Her mother Parvati was a kind soul. Amma was 16 when and she married Appa and moved to Kadalur. She had formed a good friendship with young Janahatai, Ganapati Anna and Rajamatanga and carried that love for them all her life.
Amma brought her Madurai fashions to Kadalur, which was a small town. Amma and Appa had their 6 children after 10 years of married life. So there was a period of anxiety and loneliness in their younger life. During this period, Amma also had health setbacks that knocked her off her feet for weeks in winter. Both Attais had helped her a lot by lending support and keeping her chores light.
Amma's description of colors always tickled our cousins. Ramasamy blue, bluish green, greenish yellow were some of her favorite color selections.
Amma was a great cook and always favored spicy recipes.
Amma lived a protected life in Kadalur. When Appa died suddenly in April 1984, she was forced to leave Kadalur and relocated to Chennai. In later years, she lived in Hyderabad and Calcutta and adapted to that life remarkably well.
Her love for her children knew no boundaries at all.
Her love for God was through telepathy. She would sit hours in front of her puja room deities, looking at the Swami pictures but reciting only one sloka repeatedly. It was deep enough with no frills attached. Amma always cared for people in a very deep way. Even at times of distress, she had shown this care for others. When Ashaka came from Pondi to attend Appa's death, Amma was worried how she will go to the bus stop in that April heat. When Parvati's mom died in 1995, she took that so much to her heart and could never recover from that shock.
This is Ramamurthy. It is since 47 years that I am part of this excellent family. I would like to share with you my association with my father-in-law and mother-in-law. Both of them have been very affectionate and caring. So I found my father-in-law a man of very few words. And most of my conversations have been very short in nature, but of course very precise. I was particularly happy that my father-in-law could visit again Dakshineshwar and Belur Math.
Namaskaram to all. As eldest daughter-in-law, I had the privilege of being with Amma for most number of years. She was such a loving, caring and simple person and never had any air of a mother-in-law. And she also had no demands whatsoever. She was more than a mother to me. I could ask her anything without any hesitation.
Namaskaram to all of you. Tribute to KS family. The one whom I had seen and interacted with was Meenakshi Mami. Though our verbal interactions have been far and few, we have interacted. We have a lot of regard for her wisdom. She has been she has had lots of divine qualities. And the qualities now I can see quite a few of them have come down to the children.
Greetings to all of you as I pay tribute and respects to my father-in-law, Sri K. Srinivasan, and my aunt, Mrs. Meenakshi Amma. I met Mr. K.S. 40 years ago. I met a man clad always in white kurta or white shirt, or at the most a cream color shirt all the time. What he presented was purity. He is a great individual, and today what I am and what Sudha have achieved, we owe to him and for his blessings and his goodwill.
Tribute to our extended family. We will be remiss in our dedication if we don't recall with gratitude the love showered on us by our father's siblings. Appa's untimely death when he was 64 was a total shock to all of us. That was when we realized that we had more than one set of parents. All the other engagements and weddings in our family henceforth were conducted by our dear uncles and aunts.
They filled the role of our father with so much love in their hearts. As a family, we carry a huge regard for these kind souls who kept us under their wings as their own children.
Our respects to them on this very special day. வணக்கம். இன்றைய ராசி பலன் நிகழ்ச்சியில் உங்கள் அனைவரையும் சந்திப்பதில் மட்டற்ற மகிழ்ச்சி. இன்றைய நட்சத்திரம் திருவோணம், திதி திருத்தீயை, ராசி விருச்சிகம். பலன் கொட்டும் ஆனால் வலிக்காது. இன்று பாரம்மா கிருஷ்ணய்யர் குடும்பத்தினருக்கு அஷ்டமத்தில் சனி, வடக்கே சூலம். ஆனால் எல்லா திக்கிலிருந்தும் தீராத தொல்லை ஜூம் வழியாக வரலாம். சொந்த செலவில் இன்று சூன்யம் வைத்துக் கொள்ள வாய்ப்பிருப்பதாக அகத்தியர் நாடியில் சொல்லியிருக்கிறது. ஆகவே இடுக்கண் வருங்கால் நகுக என்று வள்ளுவர் சொன்னபடி நீங்கள் அனைவரும் வரும் தொல்லைகளை சிரித்தபடி எதிர்நோக்கினால் அந்த தலைவலியும் திருகுவலியும் தவிடு பொடியாக காணாமல் போய் உங்களுக்கு மகிழ்வொளி மட்டும் மிஞ்சும் என்பது திண்ணம். மீண்டும் சந்திப்போம். வணக்கம்.
Let me introduce you to the first child of the KS family, Charumati. Charu is the most soft-spoken person I know. She loves cooking, makes the most delicious food in no time. Her kola vada and puliyodara are very famous. She loves listening to Carnatic music and is passionate about tennis. In her free time, she indulges in crossword, sudoku and gardening and is fiercely protective about her siblings and their spouses. Dotes on her nieces and nephews and grandchildren, showering them with abundant love and affection. Charu is married to S. Ramamurthy, who is a postgraduate from IIT Madras. He has 30 years of experience in hospital projects and is retired from the Apollo Hospitals Group. He now owns a consultancy firm and is coordinating various hospital projects across the world. Atimbir enjoys listening to old classical Hindi movie songs, traveling and keeping the house spick and span. Charu and Atimbir have two sons, Ravi Kumar and Sumant. Ravi works for HCL as Senior General Manager and is married to Srividya. Srividya works for Ford Motors as General Manager. They have a son, Nishant, who is in the 9th standard. Sumant works for Bank of New York Mellon as Chief of Quality Assurance and is married to Deepa. They have two children, Mithun Manikandan and Purna Mitra. Mithun is in the 6th standard and Mitra is in the 2nd standard. All of them live in Chennai.
Hi, I'm Ravi and this is Nishant, son and grandson of Ramamurthy and Charumati. We just want to take a couple of minutes to talk about Paati and Tata of Nishant. Which is your one favorite habit of Paati?
She's a crazy fan of Federer. She watches all of his matches, makes her playing intensity drastically goes up when the match goes down to the wire.
Okay, great. What are the favorite habits of Tata?
He loves traveling and being in touch with his friends, and he is a great fan of Scrabble.
I think he also watches a lot of Hindi songs, right?
Yeah.
Old Hindi songs, yeah, that kind of thing.
A long time ago, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, wait, not that long ago, Ichu was born in Kadalur in 1954. Shortly after, in 59, Paru was born in Chennai. Appa did the standard Kadalur route of studying in St. Joseph and Vivekananda but then broke away from family tradition of law and became an accidental CA. Amma went to EWATS, Stella, and Presidency, and then became an HR manager. In essence, the young Appa plays cricket and eats jackfruit. The pet child Amma learns and plays the veena and orders her elder siblings around.
Armed with their educational achievements, they both started working at SAIL. Appa was at Ahmedabad, Amma was in Kolkata and later Durgapur. They both got transferred to Chennai and got married in 1987. During this time, Appa still plays a lot of cricket and also learned to cook, said Jackfruit. Amma was still mastering the veena and now orders her co-workers around.
In 1988, a new addition, Nivas, started touring the SAIL offices. After stints in Chennai and Hyderabad, he moved to Kolkata and Sharan was born. The two additions attracted a lot of visitors, leading to many fun visits and memories. Now, Appa was still playing cricket and eating jackfruit cooked by Amma. Amma was still playing the veena and ordering her co-workers around. Now we have new characters to track. Nivas started doing primary homework, and Sharan was coming up with excuses to avoid them.
The next few years were more of the same. Fun family trips and bonding time with cousins. Time to check in on our guys. Appa now spends his time watching cricket and eating jackfruit. Amma visits the veena every now and then and still orders her co-workers around. Nivas is now tackling middle school homework, while Sharan is dabaifying milk and fruits.
The gang moves to Madras. Visiting family was now just an auto ride away, no more trains. Amma has now taken VR and pushed her kids into various extracurricular activities. Nivas ran around the tennis courts, and Sharan was flung into Gita chanting. Appa, now influenced by Nivas, watches cricket and football, and of course is still munching on jackfruit. Amma remembers that she has a veena during certain times of the year and enjoys ordering her kids around. Nivas struggles with high school homework, and Sharan has added green leafy vegetables to her no-no list.
Nivas takes off for college to Pilani. The family shifts base to Salem, and plant life at Salem Steel Plant ensues. Trains are back on track again. Appa has added gardening to his resume, while Amma has become a Tirupugar Mami. Nivas has advanced to copying other people's college homework, and Sharan tries out Pushnika and decides she hates it too.
Appa retires and we move back to Chennai. Nivas graduates with, works briefly in Pune, gets scared of the real world and moves to Atlanta to get back to the safe confines of academia at Georgia Tech. Sharan moves to Trichy, surprisingly graduates, works briefly as well, unsurprisingly gets bored of her real job and moves to Berlin via Paris. She now works in a VC firm. Appa and Amma in retirement become an India-trotting family. And develop new hobbies and revisit some old ones.
என்ன வருது கமகமன்னு வாசனை
வெங்காய சின்ன வெங்காயம் பட்டை குழம்பு
Even as the decades roll by, some things remain the same. Appa still enjoys a game of cricket and football. He now grows hibiscus, but still has a soft corner for Palapparam. Amma's veena skills make an appearance annually during Vijayadashami. She's a front bencher in her Tirupugar class and spends her time ordering her kids around on WhatsApp. Nivas has now graduated to doing grad school homework and spends his days dreaming about someday setting homework for other people. Sharon spends most of her time finding new vegetables to add to her ever-growing list, based on a true story.
The Sriram's family. Sriram was born as the third child in 1957 in Cuddalore. He is a happy-go-lucky person. After completing his CA, he worked briefly in India before moving to Muscat and then shifted to sunny Singapore, making it his home since 1997. Sriram enjoys his weekly tennis and annual marathon runs. He enjoys Sai Bhajans, Devaram, Tirupugal, and Tiruvasagam and regular satsangs. Very ingenious. We should really give it to him. On some days, he'll come back with a sigh and say, "Cha, right time la, flight kalapitan padubavi." Meera, wife of Sriram, is the Ghar Ki Lakshmi. She spent her childhood in Delhi and completed her education in Mumbai, and was married to Sriram in 86. Since young, she has been inclined towards Carnatic music and of late sings Sai Bhajans. Now let's hear from the second generation of the Sriram's family.
Hi, I'm Sandhya and this is Karthik, my husband. I'm the eldest daughter of Sriram and Meera. We currently live in Singapore. So Karthik and I are both working at Bank of America Merrill Lynch in IT division. And we got married in 2017 and we have a 1-year-old son now, Sri Rangesh. So my favorite things to do, or my hobbies are singing and listening to music, mainly Carnatic music. And I also enjoy working out, keeping fit at home. And the last thing I would say right now would be spending time with my son Sri Rangesh and just being with him. Before the pandemic, I guess we were more outdoorsy people and we used to travel a lot as much as possible every single opportunity we would get. That's something I definitely miss now.
Okay, so hey, so for 3 things that I spend most of my time on, I guess. The first thing is that I'm pretty much into these HIIT classes, so that's a big cult thing that's going on in Singapore now. There's a lot of classes and studios and gyms and stuff, so I try to participate in those classes and try to stay fit. Of course, the other thing that I also do is that I've taken a sort of a keen interest on the stock markets and observing the trends and stuff like that. So of course, the final thing is spending a lot of time with Sri Rangesh. Sri Rangesh is quite the demander of our attention and stuff. So we spend quite a lot of time going on walks with him, or just playing with him at house and things like that. Yeah, so that's
the top things for maybe Sri Rangesh, I would say, would be just going on these long nature walks with us. We love just bringing him through a park, bringing him even through just the neighborhood, and letting him get used to the buzz outside. And the other thing that he likes is to be read books.
So, he loves that. He loves when we read books to him.
Yes. And the last thing I would say he really enjoys is listening to music, and with our influence.
There's no choice there.
Yes. We have Varsha, also known as Satya, the younger daughter of Sriram. Varsha is a globe-trotter. She lives on the thrill of an adventure and is ready for one anytime, anywhere. She loves a good hike in the snow, or catching the waves at the beach. She is a doctor from Manipal, pursuing her master's in the States. She loves the arts, dance, drama, and music. Patum nane, bhavamum nane. Varsha also enjoys a good workout and cooks/eats. Sushi is her current favorite.
Time to meet the fourth child of the KS family, Sudha and her husband Dr. Venkata Gopalakrishnan. They are living in Saskatoon, Western Canada. Gopal Athimbir worked as professor and head of pharmacology at the University of Saskatchewan and retired in 2020. Sudha is working for TD Wealth Management. Athimbir is well known for his spiritual and cordial nature. They have two children, Janani and Naren, and we will get to know them shortly.
This is Janani and my daughter Priya. We live in Regina, Saskatchewan. We're Sudha and Gopal's daughter, and I live here with my husband Tom, who's a teacher, and my three children, Meena, Adon, and Priya. I am a journalist and work on a radio program.
Hi everybody, I'm Tom, and I really enjoy my life here. I'm very blessed to live in the prairies of Canada. I'm also blessed to have Amma and Appa in my life. They've always supported me since I met them. Really, they're a great source of support for all of us. We love them very much, and I really hope to come to India someday to meet with and spend some great time with all of you.
Hi, my name is Meena. I'm in grade 7. I like to watch TV and I like to write, and when I grow up, I kind of wanted to be the president, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So when I grow up, I want to be like some sort of like lawyer or something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But I really want to go to India someday and meet all my relatives.
Hi, my name's Aaron Whitfield. I like doing a lot of things, mostly like going outside and seeing my friends. Despite COVID, I think everyone is the same with me on that. And yeah, I think that's everything on me. Bye.
Hi, my name is Priya. I have a cat named Renelle. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I don't know where I want to go when COVID's done. I don't really know much about myself for a weird reason.
Okay. Well, do you want to say bye?
Bye. I don't care if it's 50 miles away or how long it takes. I will get rid of this dog.
You did awesome!
I wish I could stay with you.
Hi, my name is Naren Gopalakrishnan. I am the son of Sudha and Venkat Gopalakrishnan. This is my wife, AJ, and we live in just outside of Edmonton, so about 5 hours away from Saskatoon where my parents live. I'm a mechanical engineer, so I graduated in 2011, and I've been working with Suncor Energy. I traveled the world for 1 year, and other than what I like to do in my time, I play some chess. And normally I do jiu-jitsu, but with COVID times, that's not really allowed. We just got married last year in August 2020, kind of during the pandemic.
I used to play tackle football, also not really great during COVID, so
I've been finding other ways to occupy my time. Lots of artsy things. Piano. I like to grow plants. Oh, I like to restore furniture.
Okay, this is a game of how well AJ knows my parents. So I'm gonna ask her 10 questions and she's gonna have to figure out if I'm talking about mom or my dad. Okay. First question. Who is up first in the morning? Yeah. Sit down. Who spends more money? Who is the more careful driver? Yeah. Who's the more prolific storyteller? Probably. Probably my dad. If someone visits Saskatoon, who is more likely to be the tour guide? Who consumes more caffeine in a day? I gave it away. It's probably my mom. Who makes the better chutney? That's right. That's 10 out of 10 for folks keeping track at home. AJ clearly knows my parents better than I do.
This is the gist of the Venkatraman family. You all of course know Jayanti. This is her husband Venkatraman, their 2 kids and their respective spouses. Oops, I guess we need to rewind a few years. Let's take a flight across Memory Avenue, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain Neeraja.
And Assistant Captain Aditya speaking.
Assistant to the captain.
For our first flight, we will take a journey across time and space to Chennai in the year 1986. Jayanti weds Venkatraman. It is truly arranged marriage at first sight.
The flight will now take a slight detour towards the northwest for a short layover in Ahmedabad. Here the couple pick up their first souvenir, Aditya Venkatraman, a delightfully small boy with a disproportionately large appetite for milk. 2 years later, as Aditya was getting a bit too old to be wearing pattu pavadas and kottas, they yearned for a daughter.
Lo and behold, they upgraded their carry-on luggage allowance and picked up their sweet and precious princess, who added a whole new dimension to their travel stories.
Together, the family, now carrying 4 tickets, ventured into the Middle East, with duty-free stopovers at Muscat and Dubai. Along the way, picking up several memorabilia and a resistance to extreme heat.
Jayanti took over the dual role of a captain and stewardess in the family's multiple travel ventures, seamlessly leading the household operations, managing the members and their infinite needs, and tutoring the kids. Venkatraman spent his working life mastering a balancing act between his career and his personal spiritual endeavors.
In 2014, 2 decades after Jayanti and Venkatraman took their maiden voyage, they made their way to Mysore to initiate their retired life. Here they enjoy the pleasant weather and a quiet lifestyle, a true retreat after the hectic city life at Muscat and Dubai.
The kids, however, continue to be plagued with the travel bug. They have maintained the travel momentum through their short sojourns to Australia, Singapore, and Frankfurt.
In 2019, Aditya married Vidhi Patel, and they are now settled in Singapore. Both of them completed their permanent head damage degrees in Singapore, commonly known as PhD.
After completing her PhD, Vidhi worked as a researcher in the field of cellular aging at the NUS School of Biochemistry. Pursuing her scientific training and her eye for detail, she now works as a life sciences manuscript editor at Cactus Communications.
Vidhi is also a paper artist. Aditya works as an electrical design engineer with Rolls-Royce and pursues music as a passion.
Because life was too straightforward with just one Aditya in the family, Neeraja married Aditya Sriram. There are now 2 Adityas in the family, which leads to some interesting Zoom meetings. The family resolved this in an ingenious manner. They gave drastically different nicknames to the Adityas, Adu and Addu, which of course cleared all confusion. Neeraja and Aditya live in Frankfurt. Neeraja works as a finance manager at Procter & Gamble, and Aditya works as a senior consultant at Ernst & Young's life sciences practice. Their personalities and interests are quite different. Neeraja is more of a homebody with interest in doodling, binging Netflix, and experimenting with interesting cuisines. Aditya is more of an outdoor money with a daredevil streak. He enjoys tennis, hiking, and basically finding any excuse to bask in the limited European sun. Influencing each other, they now enjoy both outdoor adventures and indoor ventures like Netflix and concocting new recipes on the weekends. Neeraja and Aditya are expecting a little bundle of joy at the end of June and have applied for additional baggage allowance.
And that is the Jayanti and Venkatraman family in a nutshell. We hope you fly JV Airlines again. Until then, this is your Captain Neeraja
and Assistant Captain Aditya,
wishing you a pleasant connecting flight on board the Sundar Vijay Airlines.
Hi everyone, I'm Sanjana, and for the next 5 minutes I'll be your tour guide through the life of the Sundars. Let me introduce you to the members of the Sundar family. It has my dad, Sundar, my mom, Sri Vijay, myself, and my younger brother, Shashank. Our story started back in 1997 when Amma said yes to Appa only because he had the entire PG Woodhouse collection. Anyway, shortly after their wedding, they realized they needed some entertainment. Enter Sanjana. I was a big attention seeker and used to love getting dressed up. I was infamously called the Nondal Manni and was basically the troublesome baby. Time to meet Shashank, the baby who made Amma realize that not all babies are Padtals. He was a very chamatta baby. Make him do anything and he'll happily do it. We spent our childhood in Upper Assam. On Sundays and holidays, Appa took us leisurely downstairs and introduced us to pigs, goats, ducks and cows. As if these animals were not enough for our education, we visited Kaziranga National Park 8 times. By then, even the rhinos had started recognizing Appa. Longer holidays for Appa meant exotic places in Northeast like Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh, Nameri Tiger Reserve, Majuli River Island, Kamakhya Temple, Tig Boy, and camping on tiny disappearing islands like Rukmini Island and Silver Island. Meghalaya was close by, so we enjoyed the cool climbs of Shillong and Cherrapunji. By now you all must be wondering, when did Appa actually work? Then we came to Ahmedabad, and it's been 15 years since. I used to draw and paint a lot in my school days. And participated in a lot of competitions too. Then in 2013, I did my Arangetram. During my college days, my hidden passion for organizing college fests and social cause drives came to the fore. I even got to organize talk shows with Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, Gautam Gambhir, and also got the opportunity to anchor for Cheteshwar Pujara. I also started doing some digital artwork, but if you ask me what I love doing the most, it would have to be photography. Shashank's baby phase 1 had everything to do with cars. Phase 2 was with trousers, having minimum 16 pockets. Phase 3 was about cricket. Full stop. He was so crazy about cricket and Sachin that he used to weep every time Sachin got out and Mumbai Indians lost. As soon as he entered his teens, tennis was all he cared about. He religiously went to the tennis academy, lost all his baby fat and gave me a huge complex. Then he discovered football and messy, and there's no looking back. Shashank is very caring, sensitive, and just like Appa, he's ultra punctual. In his childhood, he had a good voice and was selected for all the school choirs every year. He has just completed his 12th and is learning Spanish now.
Amongst us all, Amma is the thrill seeker. She never gives up, keeps trying new things, and truly believes that learning never stops. She has taught as a teacher, then as a vice principal, and past few years she is deeply into languages. She even got a French diploma and is currently learning Sanskrit. Amma has not even spared her gardener or her landlord's children in Assam or her house help in Ahmedabad. She has taught all of them basic English. Going further, she has also participated in the Teach India initiative by the Times of India and has coached some children too. Amma is currently shuttling between Ahmedabad and New Delhi and is happily dragging Appa away to all the possible touristy places. Appa was the Kadakutti of the KS family and therefore much pampered by both Meenu Party and Parma Party. He was an introvert but was very close to his cousins. He was famous for taking care of his abundant nieces and nephews. Appa joined ONGC as a chemical engineer and has been working there since 31 years. He is a man of his words, is extremely organized and always does his work before time. His sense of humor is absolutely subtle and wacky. Economics, industry news, cricket, patriotic movies and Arnab Goswami interest him a lot, and when Arnab is on air, no eyes elsewhere. He also loves his coffee, fruits and the stock market. Before leaving for Delhi, his cooking repertoire was limited to making coffee and making yummy idlis. Of course, Amma archified the maavu, but the capital of India has made him a certified chef. He can now dish out circular dosas, chapatis, varieties of sabzis, sambar, rasam, vettakolamba, khichdi and pulao. All of you are cordially invited to Delhi. Oh, and I forgot, he loves traveling, and so do we.
பெரும் புகழும் தெரிந்தும் அவன் பேரழகை பருகாமல் பெரும் புகழும் தெரிந்தும் அவன் பேரழகை பருகாமல் ஆறுமோ ஆவல் ஆறுமுகனை நேரில் காணாது ஆறுமோ ஆவல்.
வணக்கம், நீங்கள் பார்க்கிறீர்கள் KS ஃபேமிலி சேனல். இன்றைய தலைப்பு செய்திகள். காணவில்லை. சென்னை அடையார் போலீஸ் ஸ்டேஷனில் இன்று காலை ஒரு புகார் மனு தாக்கல். மனு போட்ட இருவர் மயிலாப்பூர் சாய்பாபாவும் அடையார் பிள்ளையாரும்.
கடந்த ஒரு வருடமாக சாரு என்ற தீவிர பக்தியை காணவில்லை என்று கவலையுடன் முறையிட்டுள்ளார்கள். இதை பற்றி நமது நிருபர் என்ன கூறுகிறார் என்று பார்ப்போம்.
விஜி, இதை நாங்கள் விசாரித்ததில்
ரொம்ப பயந்த சுபாவம் உடைய சாரு காணாமல் போகவில்லை. கொரோனா காரணமாக தலைமறைவாக இருக்கிறார் என்று தெரிய வருகிறது. முன்பு ஓய்வு நேரத்தில் டிவி பார்த்து வந்த இவர் இப்போது ஓயாமல் டிவி பார்ப்பதாக கூடுதல் தகவல்.
60 வயதில் வேலை மாற்றம். சென்னை தைடாம்பட்டு ஈஸ்வரன் என்பவர் சமீபத்தில் வேலை மாற்றம் செய்தார். தோபிகாட்டை பூர்வீகமாக கொண்ட இவர் ஹோல் வீட்டை கிளீன் செய்தும் கர்டன்ஸை தோய்த்தும் சமைத்தும் டயர்டாகவில்லை. இந்த வயதிலும் நிறைய புது வேலை செய்கிறார். ரீசெண்டாக ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ்க்கு ஜாதகம் கணிக்கிறார். அவரை பற்றி நமது நிருபர் கருத்து.
எனக்கு வந்த இன்றைய செய்திப்படி KS ஃபேமிலி மீட் பதிவுக்காக போட்டோ எடுப்பதற்கு பனடில் அதாவது லாஃப்டில் ஏறிய இவர் 1 வாரமாகியும் இன்னும் இறங்கவில்லையாம். அவர் மனைவி பார்வதி காஃபி டிஃபன் கூட ஏணி மூலம்தான் கொடுக்கிறாராம். யூஸ்லெஸ் ஃபெலோ.
மதுரைக்கு வந்த சோதனை. அண்மையில் ஹெல்த் மினிஸ்டர் மாண்புமிகு ஸ்ரீராம் என்பவர் ஃபாரின் டூர் போய் வந்து சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லாக வீடு திரும்பி இருக்கிறார். தாய்லாந்து மற்றும் சில யூரோப்பியன் நாடுகளில் அவர் எடுத்த போட்டோவை நம்முடன் ஷேர் செய்தார்.
மேற்படி பயணம் நன்றாக நடந்தும் சில பிரச்சனைகளை சந்தித்துள்ளார். அவர் பயணித்த யானை 2 மணி நேரம் அவரது கடு ஜோக்குகளை கேட்டு மிகவும் டென்ஷனாகி மன உளைச்சலுக்கு ஆளாகியுள்ளார். இதை அறிந்து கொண்டு அனிமல் வெல்ஃபேர் போர்டு அவர் மீது புகார் தொடுத்துள்ளனர். இதை பற்றி நமது நிருபர் என்ன கூறுகிறார் என்று பார்ப்போம்.
அவர் மனைவி மீராவிடம் விசாரித்ததில் என் ஹஸ்பண்டுக்கு கேஸ் ஒன்னும் புதுசில்லை. ஏற்கனவே எங்க நெய்பர்ஸ் எல்லாம் இவர் கொரட்டை பற்றி புகார் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கா. எவ்வளவோ பார்த்தாச்சு. இதெல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு ஜுஜுபி. அதுக்கும் மேலே எனக்கு எதையும் தாங்கும் இதயம் உண்டு என்று சிம்பிளாக சொல்லிவிட்டார்.
திருப்பதியில் தொலைத்த கர்மம். ஃபேமிலியோட திருப்பதிக்கு சென்ற சுதா கோபால் என்ற யங் மதர் திரும்பி வரும்போது ஒரு குய்யாப்பழ கடையை பார்த்தார். பேரம் பேச தொடங்கினார்.
அந்த மும்முரத்தில் கூட வந்த குழந்தை ஜனனி மொட்டை சமுதிரத்தில் காணாமல் போனார். 2 மணி நேரம் தேடிய பின்பு குழந்தையை கண்டுபிடித்தனர். சுதாவின் கூட்டாளிகள் ஈஸ்வரும் மீனாட்சி மாமியும். இதை பற்றி நமது நிருபர் என்ன கூறுகிறார் என்று பார்ப்போம்.
இதை பற்றி சுதாவின் கணவர் கோபாலிடம் விசாரித்தோம். திருப்பதியில் எதையாவது தொலைக்கணும் என்ற ஐதீகம் இருந்தால் பேசாமல் இந்த ஈஸ்வர் சுதாவையே தொலைத்திருக்கலாம் என்று புலம்பினார்.
ஐஸ்கிரீம் ஷாப் ஓனர் ஏமாற்றிய வழக்கு. கேஸ் போட்டவர் ஜெயந்தி ரமேஷ் என்ற அப்பாவி பெண். போரிங்கா இருக்கு, அவுட்டிங் போவோம், ஐஸ்கிரீம் சாப்பிடுவோம், இதில் என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் நீங்களே பாருங்கள்.
சரி, இப்ப வரும்போது இல்லடா எனக்கு
வடிவேலு சொல்லும் வடைப்போச்சே இப்போது புரிகிறது. இப்போதெல்லாம் ஜெயந்தி ஐஸ்கிரீம் கடை பக்கமே போவதில்லையாம். இதை பற்றி அவரது கணவர் ரமேஷ் என்ன கூறுகிறார் என்று பார்ப்போம்.
இதுக்குத்தான் பெரியவா எல்லாம் தாயை போல பிள்ளைன்னு சொல்றா. மகா பெரியவா சொல்ற சரணாகத தத்துவம் புரிஞ்சதுன்னா அல்பமான ஐஸ்கிரீம் சாப்பிடுற ஆசை ஓடிடாதோ. இன்னும் ஜெயந்தி குழந்தைதான்.
இப்போது மார்க்கெட் நியூஸ் பார்ப்போம். இன்று ஒரு பிரேக்கிங் நியூஸ்.
இந்திய பொருளாதார சந்தையின் வீழ்ச்சிக்கு இவர் காரணமா? நியூ டெல்லியில் இருக்கும் சுந்தர் என்ற சாதாரண மனிதன் ஆண்டு கணக்காக கிராஃப் பிளாட் பண்ணி வால் ஸ்ட்ரீட் நிபுணர்களுக்கு சமமாக இந்திய ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்சில் விளையாடி வரும் திடுக்கிடும் செய்தி இன்று வெளியாகி உள்ளது. பொதுப்போக்காக தொடங்கிய இந்த வழக்கம் இன்று கொரோனா காரணமாக அதி தீவிரம் அடைந்துள்ளது. பல டெல்லி அமைச்சர்களும் இவரது ஸ்டாக் டிப்ஸுக்காக இவரது வீட்டின் வாயிலில் வரிசையில் காத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள் என்று கேள்விப்படுகிறோம்.
சுந்தர் மகாபாரதத்தில் வரும் சகுனி பரம்பரையோ என்று விசாரித்து பார்த்தோம். அதில் உண்மையில்லை. இவர் சித்திரகுப்தன் பரம்பரை. இயல்பாக கணக்கு வரும், பிறப்பு இறப்பு ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் எடுப்பது, ஃபேமிலி ட்ரீ மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுவது போன்றவை இவரது கூடுதல் தகுதி என்று தெரிகிறது.
இன்றைய செய்திகள் நிறைவடை.
செய்திகளை உடனேக்குடன் தருவது KS ஃபேமிலி சேனல்.
இன்னைக்கு சண்டேவா இருக்கே, என்ன பண்ண போற?
என்ன பண்றேன்? சரி, வெங்காய வத்த குழம்பும் சௌ கூட்டு பண்ணட்டுமா?
சாச்சா, சௌ கூட்டா கூல் டேக். யூ ஹேவ் சேப்பங்கிழங்கு டீப் ரோஸ்ட்.
பாப்பா சேப்பங்கிழங்கு ரோஸ்டா? சரி, அதுவும் பண்ணிட்டு கூட கொஞ்சம் வெள்ளரிக்காய் தயிர் பச்சடி பண்ணட்டுமா?
வெள்ளரிக்காயெல்லாம் ஆடு மாடு தான் சாப்பிட்டோம். நான் சிப்ஸ் போட்டுன்னு சாப்பிடுவேன்.
சரி, இப்போ 2 மணி ஆயிடுது. காஃபி இருந்தாங்க.
காஃபியோட இன்னைக்கு மேட்ச் இருக்கு, விம்பிள்டன் மேட்ச்சு. மழை வேற பெய்யுறது. பஜ்ஜி பண்ணிட்டா நல்லா இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
பார்த்தாலும் பஜ்ஜி, காத்தால ரோஸ்ட்டு, மத்தியானம் பஜ்ஜியா? சரி, எத்தனை பண்ணி மாசத்துல எத்தனை வாட்டி பண்றது பஜ்ஜி உங்களுக்கு?
நீ எப்ப பண்ணின? பண்ணி 2 மாசம் ஆறுது. நைட்டு இது பூரி உருளைக்கிழங்கு பண்ணி விட்டேன்னா நைட்டு சிம்பிளா சாப்பிட்டுட்டு வாழைப்பழம் சாப்பிட்டுட்டு படுத்து தூக்கிடலாம். வேற ஒன்றும் வேணாம்.
देवियों सज्जनों, नमस्कार। आज मैं लाया हूँ आप सबके लिए 2 मिनट का योगा मेरे प्रिय बाजे शशांक के साथ। दर्शकों को नमस्कार करो। तो शुरू करते हैं जी। सबसे पहले आप दोनों बाजों को इस तरफ लाइए। अब करते हैं हम अर्ध धनुरासन। इस पे एक पैर इस तरफ और दूसरा हाथ इस तरफ ऊपर कीजिए, पंछी जैसे। कोई बात नहीं जी, कल अच्छी तरफ सिखाऊंगा। उसके बाद हम करेंगे विंडमिल आसन। इसमें आप दोनों पैर को इस तरफ और दोनों हाथ को ऊपर इस तरफ रखिए, एक हाथ को नीचे। आप करते रहिए, आप करते रहिए। जी, अब टाइम फॉर शवासन। इसे करना कैसे है? आप शरीर को जमीन पे लेट जाइए, इस तरफ दोनों हाथ ऊपर, आंखों बंद।
जब दीप जले आना, जब शाम ढले आना, जब दीप जले आना, जब शाम ढले आना, संकेत मिलन का भूल न जाना, मेरा प्यार बिसराना। जब दीप जले आना, जब शाम ढले आना, मेरे गा रे गा मा गा रे सा सा रे पा पा मा रे गा सा नि सा गा पा मा पा। காற்று வீசும்போது திசைகள் கிடையாது, காதல் பேசும்போது மொழிகள் கிடையாது. பேசும் வார்த்தை போல மௌனம் புரியாது, கண்கள் பேசும் வார்த்தை கடவுள் அறியாது. உலவி தெரியும் காற்றுக்கு உருவம் தீட்ட முடியாது, காதல் பேசும் மொழியெல்லாம் சப்த கூட்டில் அடங்காது. இயற்கையின் மொழிகள் புரிந்துவிடு, மனிதரின் மொழிகள் தேவையில்லை. இதயத்தின் மொழிகள் புரிந்துவிடு, மனிதர்க்கு மொழியே தேவையில்லை. जब दीप जले आना, जब शाम ढले आना। வெள்ளை பூக்கள் உலகம் எங்கும் மலரவே, விடியும் பூமி அமைதிக்காக விடுகவே, மண்மேல் மஞ்சள் வெளிச்சம் விழுகவே, மலரே சோ தென்று மாறுது வானிலை பெண்ணே உண்மை என் பிழை நில்லாமல் வீசிடும் பேரலை நெஞ்சுக்குள் நீ விடும் காரலை பொன்வண்ணம் சூழிய காரலை பெண்ணை நீ காத்தனை ஓ சாந்தி சாந்தி ஓ சாந்தி என் உயிரே உயிரே நீயே ஏன் சென்றாய் சென்றாய் என்னை தாண்டி இனி நீதான் எந்த நந்தாரே यादों की बारात निकली है आज दिल के द्वारे दिल के द्वारे यादों की बारात निकली है आज दिल के द्वारे दिल के द्वारे सपनों की शहनाई बीते दिनों को पुकारे दिल के द्वारे ऊंचे डो तराने मिलन के प्यारे प्यारे संग हमारे यादों की बारात निकली है आज दिल के द्वारे हमारे संग हमारे
Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day.